Here we go. Let's see. Give a countdown. If I can get a play me some funky music, white boy. Here we go. In five, four, three, two, and one. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on the Welcome On Podcast. I am your host, Famously Garnet, and I'm joined by my coach Q.
I'm back.
What he means by that, folks, is that he has good Wi-Fi again. Which
Yeah,
even
whatever,
that-
dude. I'm back. Okay, we left it at I'm back. All right, I'm back.
He was in the trenches over the week. He was in the
Yeah.
trenches.
I'll be in the trenches for a while, folks. I'm being in the trenches for a while. But that doesn't stop the funk, bro. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know how Q go.
Doesn't stop it, man. God doesn't stop it. And so guys, we're gonna break down this game against Vanderbilt. I mean, there's really nothing more going on. You got a couple visits with recruiting that we'll talk about, and I mean, Debo Samuel, still Debo Samuel. He's got 2 touchdowns on the season already. I heard he was washed up and fat, by the way, in the offseason. That's what I kept hearing. But right off the rip, he's got 2 touchdowns in the NFL. So shout out to Debo Samuel. Shout out to Keyshawn Nixon, who also had a great game for the Packers, which they look like a squad.
Michael Parsons makes a difference on that damn team, man. I'm not going to sit here and flex that. That dude's destructive on defense.
I mean, Fields, the way he's seeing the field right now, I mean, he looked good, man. And the Commanders have a strong defense. I think we could say that much. So it's definitely an interesting start for the old Commanders and the Packers. Packers look good, though. Packers look good. But we're not here to talk NFL. We're here to talk college ball. And before we start talking Vandy Gamecocks real quick, I want to give another shout out to the men's soccer team as they win another game. They absolutely put it on against Winthrop, and I understand it's Winthrop, but those games, they can slip for you. You saw it happen with, USC Upstate. It happens. But South Carolina did what they needed to do, and they're getting ready to start in with Sunbelt play, and I think they have the pieces to make the moves, man. I really do. So I'm excited what Tony's got moving right now. The guys are healthy, and we are about to start it off, man, about to hit it off. So
shout out to women's soccer too. They had a big win against Alabama.
Yeah,
peeped, and that was good to see. And shout out to our good fellow alum Ashley, who's out here cooking on the freaking recruiting trail, bro. Hey man, she cooking on that recruiting trail, bro. I mean, I'm just at this point, man. At this point, we're literally on the knock on the doorstep of the Women's College World Series.
That's it.
We found our Shane Beamer of softball.
Yeah.
And at that point, there's only one sport I really have concern with when it comes to a coach. We all know who I don't like. I've been very outspoken about him. So I'm not even going to bring his name up. I'm not going to give it the time of day. I just feel like he doesn't care, and I don't care how many recruits he brings in. I don't care how nice the people want to say, oh, our class. I want production on the field, and he killed what was once our glorious program known as baseball. He's destroyed it. Everybody else putting in the work. Lamont, work. Shane, work. Ashley, work. Don, work. Hell, Don helped us get Nike. Work. Everybody putting in work. Only one person ain't putting in work. And ain't nobody convinced me no other way, bro. He ain't putting in no work. And I'm sick of dude. You freeloading off my school. I don't like that, my boy.
Well,
I don't like it.
It's very similar to when Muschamp was hired at South Carolina, but we won't go back. We won't go back into those dark waters. Yeah, we won't go
do that.
back down those roads.
You know where I'll go with that.
We won't.
You know.
Oh, I know. I know.
I
We won't do
swinging.
that. No, we won't do that. So, get to swinging, by the way. And South Carolina, I got to tell you, man, with the way Diego Pavia has ran his mouth the last 2 weeks, I mean, even into the offseason, it's just been ridiculous. It's a nonstop thing, Q. I mean, it's been nonstop. He did it with Aisha Speed and the comedian Theo Vaughn. They were on campus, and he said, hey, we're gonna break it down with F South Carolina. And Speed was like, well, what did South Carolina do? They're it's nothing. They're just in the way. Okay, well, I don't know what in the way is, but it's been 16 long years that we've been in the way.
I'm not
for
gonna hold
Vanderbilt.
you. I'm not gonna hold you. The fact that I didn't realize that I was in high school the last time Vanderbilt won against my team made me realize how unserious this this whatever they want to call this is.
I don't know what you call it. I don't.
If you lost to the following teams, there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to ever let come out of my mouth that I'm going to beat a team, especially if they've beaten me 16 years in a row.
Well, here's the thing. All right. You got a guy, and let's say he's killing it pass blocking, he's doing a hell of a job. Okay, I understand you're going to run your mouth. And okay, fine. I get it, right? Bryce Henderson, the Vanderbilt offensive lineman, shout out to Kevin Miller at Gamecock Center for bringing this up. Bryce Henderson, okay, his PFF passing blocking grade, the same guy that said he guarantees a win this week against South Carolina and said Dylan Stewart is whatever. He holds a PFF passing blocking grade of, wait for this, folks, wait for it, 24.7 out of 100 this season. Let me say that again. 24.7. And here's what's even worse. That is 448th out of 476 eligible tackles across college football. Why are we talking? Why are we running our mouth just because we can? Because it's social media? Just so it's a talking point? I think the bigger talking point is being 30 away from being the worst in the country. That's the bigger talking point.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Screw all that. Vanderbilt did not beat the 2015 team. Vanderbilt did not beat the 2020 team. They didn't even beat the 2023 team. And they beat Florida that year that we lost to. I'm going to explain something, and I mean this with my whole heart. Beat us before you talk to us. Beat us before you talk to us. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. We have like almost a 20-point game advantage over Vandy in the record book, I want to say. Hold on, I'm about to check that out real quick. Let me check that out.
Yeah. I mean,
but I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't talk. I don't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot. I couldn't do it. I can only speak for me. I couldn't do that. That is not, bro. In the history of Vanderbilt football, I want everyone get your eyes on me right now. Everybody get your eyes on Q right now. In the history of Vanderbilt football, they have won 4 times out of 34 times. Do you understand that 30 times you have gotten your ass whipped by us? That means there were times in our lives that we witnessed Kurt Roper being the offensive coordinator, Zeb Nolan being the quarterback, and you still, Steve Spurrier quit 4 days before you played us, and you still couldn't beat us, and you're going to tell me you're guaranteeing a win this week. I blame Alabama. It's time to give responsibility. Responsibility is freaking due. I blame Ala freaking Bama. If y'all wouldn't have never lost to Vandy, Vandy wouldn't feel like they could just beat any freaking body and just feel like they could just say whatever the hell they want to say. If y'all would have humbled them like you were supposed to, y'all were over 21-point favorite against them. And if y'all would have done what y'all were supposed to do, we don't even be in this predicament today. But because y'all didn't make them shut up, y'all gave them life, y'all let them breathe, and now look at what's going on. Now look at what has happened. You got a fifth-year, 27-year-old who is playing his last bit of football he'll ever play a day in his freaking life. And y'all let this happen because y'all let him win last year. This is the problem we have every single time. And it's always South Carolina's got to deal with it. It's always us. We are always the ones that have to deal with this crap. So now we've gotten that portion out of it. Let me turn to the South Carolina portion of the situation, because I definitely just defended the hell out of y'all. But I'm going to turn to y'all. If I'm going to do what my mom used to say, if y'all embarrass me tomorrow, I don't want to hear Nathaniel from anybody for what Q got to say Monday. If y'all embarrass me tomorrow, it's not just a scoreboard thing. If y'all embarrass me tomorrow, what would she say? When we get home? When we get home.
Nah, when you get home.
You're gonna, but at the South Carolina portion of it, guys, we got to step up. I'm going to go ahead and let that be known. I said my piece on Monday, and I meant every word I said. It was not just an offensive line situation. FG, I've said that 150 times. It wasn't just an offensive line situation. I'm not going to just blame the offensive line. Was there miscommunication? Yes. Was it inexcusable? Absolutely. Shane has said that several times. Inexcusable for us to be at home and there was miscommunication. That crowd was not that loud while you were on the field. That was unexcusable. That was unacceptable. Lenore Sellers. LeBron, I love you. You know I got your back in any and everything. But I'm going to be straight up honest. You know as well as I do, these first two games ain't it. They ain't it. Now, have you done some great things? Absolutely. But they ain't it. There's a lot of ain't it's in there. I'm not going to let y'all sit here and get on Shula, because Shula can lead you to the water, but Shula can't make you drink it. And Shula for sure can't make you drink it.
But Shula also, like I said, I mean, I'm a big proponent of this. I don't think he's opened that much of the playbook. There's been no need to. I mean, when you're a 3rd and 5 and you're running a halfback draw, I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know.
That's fair. And not only just that, a lot of people are making a big deal about the Virginia Tech Vanderbilt game. So I'm gonna put a little bit of things in perspective. Vanderbilt scored 14 points in 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. They only won by what, 20, 24?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Something like that. So you take those. So if they don't score in the fourth quarter, it's about the same as what South Carolina did to Virginia Tech. Let's also put a couple more things in perspective. Virginia Tech is real. They had them dead to rights in the first half. They had Vanderbilt dead to rights in the first half. Now, what I saw was poor coaching. I'm sure there were some execution problems, whatever the case may be. I broke the tape down. When I watched the tape, I had plenty of time to do it this week. When I watched the tape, there was a lot of just unexplainable miscues on Virginia Tech's part to bring Vandy back.
Sure.
I do not think we are that undisciplined. I would be extremely shocked if we played that undisciplined. So, with that being said, on top of the injury report, on top of those different things, I have a hard time. I'm going to emphasize this again. I have a hard time believing Vanderbilt can outmatch us. They do not have the offensive line to stop the defensive line that we have. They have speed that was better than last year, but we also have speed that was better than last year.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the secondary they had last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of Vandy's biggest strengths last year, was actually their secondary. They have not been tested the way they should be tested tomorrow. So with all that being said, put all that in.
Yeah. I mean, look, Vandy has good pieces. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the running back Cedric Alexander, he's a good threat, right? He's had some.
Mhm.
He hadn't had a 100-yard game yet, but I mean, he's 70 yards, 80 yards there, and I mean, you've only played Charleston Southern, Virginia Tech. Those are the two schools you played, right?
That's it.
Same thing with Eli Stowers, though. I mean, I like Eli. I think he's a great tight end. He's an NFL kind of guy, and I think he's going to be
He's
great
first
on
round draft
the
pick
next
tight
level.
end.
Yeah, I
He's
think
first
he's
round draft
great.
pick tight end.
But South Carolina found ways of stopping him last year with the linebacking group, and I think that's going to become pivotal in this game. I think it's going to be a huge thing to watch out for, or how these linebackers look in coverage. I mean, haven't been too tested on that yet. I mean, a little bit against Virginia Tech, but Jared Johnson, Justin O, Murphy. I mean, I think these guys are going to answer
Virginia
the
Tech
call.
don't have those guys. Let's
No.
go ahead and be real.
No,
And y'all don't have the receivers Virginia Tech had.
no.
You don't.
No.
You
No.
don't.
So
you don't.
the next thing comes up, it's Pavia, all right? Pavia. And, okay, I get it. Pavia, dual threat guy, but we shut him down last year. I want to say he had 166 yards passing, 50, 60 yards and rushing, but that was off of, 14, 15 attempts. So obviously you're not. Oh, he got rocked. Yeah, he did get hit. He got rocked. And here's the thing. Silence is deadly, okay? And Dylan Stewart, Brian Thomas Jr., J.T. Gear, Desmond Azulu, all the guys, Gabriel Brenlo Dindy, everybody, I promise you, has seen the videos. I know they have for a fact.
It ain't about them seeing it. Let me explain something.
Oh.
Bump seeing it. It's a difference between a team that needs to talk and a team that needs the action.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be relevant at this point, because Vandy, if we're calling a spade, your talking is the only reason people are bringing up that you guys need to be ranked. They're not even looking at the opponents. That has nothing to do with the opponents. Mm-mm. It's to talk. You want us to believe in you guys, and I'm sure there's some people that will. Heck, we've been there before at South Carolina. We've been to that point.
Oh yeah.
There's times I've been on here when people have talked too much, and I'm like, bro, why are we even talking?
Mm-hmm.
But then I gotta take another step back and look at a couple things. And one of the biggest things I want to look at, FG, is you guys don't have Dylan on your team. You guys don't have Nick Harbor on your team. You don't have a Lenore Sellers on your team. You don't have a Brian Cisse on your team. You don't have a J.R. Johnson on your team. You don't have the size of Dindy, Goodwine, Barrett on your team. There are some things you're missing.
Yeah.
And if I was Vandy, this is what I would pray. I would pray to the good Lord that offensive line still can't communicate. But I have a strong feeling, just an inkling, FG, out of some things I've heard. I've, and correct me if I'm wrong, FG, I've been told the offensive line has taken a real upsetness is the word I want to use professionally. A real upsetness to people saying it's on them. And they've taken a real bitter taste to everyone bringing up this communication thing. Shane's trying to downplay like, hey, it got blown in a portion. But the way Boaz and Casey and Henry talked, and then some of the things I've heard from what's been going on in practice, I've heard there's some guys that are pretty upset right now. And now they want to, and now with Vandy talking so much, and then with everyone feeling like they have a chance because of the offensive line we have, which is still, I mean, I am still behooved by this. But with those things being said, I'm intrigued to see what 7:30 has to offer tomorrow, 7:45. And I'm saying that because I'm going to be 110% honest with you. We didn't have a chip on our shoulder, which was the scary part about this team, because they really didn't play with a chip on their shoulder until y'all gave us the chip.
Mm-hmm.
And with the way the media has said, the overhype, the over rankings, they struggled against South Carolina State. Once again, a respectable program. I can't emphasize that enough, how respectable South Carolina is as a program.
Sure.
I am. A point's going to be proven on Saturday.
Yeah.
One way or another, a point's going to be proven. Either we're ready or we're not. I mean, I think a point's going to be proven big time Saturday. And so with the way people have talked, some Gamecock fans, I'm going to address y'all later on. I'm going to let some games play out. But for some of y'all fans that have talked crazy, the worst thing that can happen right now is a 5-0 going into that bye week. If we're 5-0 going into that bye week, I'm going to have some conversations with y'all. I just want y'all to know that. I keep everyone knows I keep tabs of everything. And so if we're 5-0 going into that bye week, I got some things for everybody. I got a lot of words for everybody. So there's that portion of it. But as far as Vanderbilt is concerned, you guys are talking like they should be the favorites. So put them as the favorites. If you really want to sit here, as Vegas is doing, because Vegas is playing everybody. Vegas dropped that line to 3.5 because they knew y'all going to be stupid enough to take it. A lot of y'all are stupid enough to take the plus 3.5 for Vandy. You're dumb. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. I'll be in the stands for it, and like I said, man, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words in South Carolina. What is Shane done and hasn't done to not make you believe that he's going to do it again?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me. It's like I said, last year, I'm not saying everybody was out, but there was a good bit of the fan base that was out on Shane after the Alabama game. There's growing pain. Well, it is. But I mean, there's growing pains when you bring new kids in, right? When you bring new pieces in, that's part of it. And I'm right with you. I think communication issues are going to be solved. Those said communication issues, I think they're going to be solved come tomorrow night or this evening. If you're listening to the Welcome Up podcast on Apple and Spotify, the official voice of South Carolina on the Believe Network. Q, I mean, that's really about as far as Vanderbilt goes. I mean, South Carolina right now has one lingering injury, and it's Judge Collier. He's the only one that is going to be indeed out for tomorrow night. So, not too surprising.
If you needed Judge Carter to be back for this game, we got bigger problems.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do agree. So let Judge, rest another week. A couple things that I want to, talk about before we ended the show. Obviously, you got your recruits coming in for South Carolina. Darius Gray is going to be back in the building. That's one of your big guys.
Gray!
Landon Duckworth is going to be back in. And, of course, Tristan Lewis, he's going to be here also.
Boy. So. Little bro. He been cooking out there too, man.
He has.
We told y'all. That's all I got to say. We told y'all. When it comes to guys at his size, his speed, and his ability, they don't grow on trees.
Mm-hmm.
So when you find that tree in your backyard, you make sure it's taken care of.
That's right.
And what South Carolina did was very smart because I promise you, I'm here to tell you, if he would have went to even 3 camps and not done baseball, you'd have had a fight on your hands.
He'd have blown up. There's no doubt.
You would have had a fight on your hands
There's
because
no
he can
doubt.
flat out ball.
Yep. Yep. He can. So he'll be here on his official OV, so that's going to be
Mhm.
good. Q, South Carolina basketball. You got something to talk about over on that end. But hey, man, the Sandman, Adam Sandler, was in Columbia this week for his
He
show,
was.
and he
He
pulled up to the
was.
practice.
Hey man,
He pulled up to practice. The Sandman, Adam Sandler.
Lamont Paris never ceases to amaze me. That man had Adam Sandler here chilling like it was nothing, vibing.
Mm-hmm.
And that basketball team's looking good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a better breakdown later on, but that basketball team, you got a lot of pieces that fit Lamont's style, and that means more than you can ever imagine. That's the ticket. That's the kicker. Is this team's fitting Lamont's style, but Isaac Ellis will be taking his official visit this weekend, which is huge. Eli Ellis's brother, taking
Mm-hmm.
his official. I mean, he's locked in. He's coming to Carolina. That's a
Mm-hmm.
Carolina kid coming to play with his brother, which would be really good. Good to have him on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Good to get him for a good game. It's gonna be a big game with a lot of recruits. Landon Duckworth being back in Columbia, reaffirming his commitment, letting folks know like, hey, I'm locked in. This is the team that believed in me. I'm locked in with these cats, which is a big thing. I mean, something to monitor, but it's a big thing. Um, Guyton is back in town from
Yep.
Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Committed to Texas Tech. I think that's huge. Julian Walker back in town. Well, he lives in town. He's back on campus again for another game. I think that's big. I'm intrigued to see that recruitment. At first, I was kind of like, okay, but now I'm kind of like, huh, okay. And I
The
think
waters have settled.
the waters are kind of like, let's see what take place now. I think I think he's getting kind of a better look at what's going on. And there's some things behind the scenes we're not going to discuss, but as you know, FG, I think there's some things that are helping South Carolina in this situation right now. But beyond all those things and all those recruits that are coming, because there's a ton of recruits that are coming in,
Mm-hmm.
I am. I think that's where Vandy kind of messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've made this a big game. Now your talking has made this more of a situation. Now we got a problem on our hand. And I think those guys know that. No weather delay gonna save you this time. I checked the weather. No weather delay gonna save you this time. No weather delay gonna save you from 7:45. Mm-mm. No weather delay gonna save you from
Yeah.
all them fans really be pissed off of what you guys have been saying. None of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff's gonna save you. Y'all finna have to take
Nope.
this L. Y'all gonna have to take it and take it straight to the chin. That L coming for you. That much I do know. That L coming. It's coming. It's gonna be coming big time. It's gonna be rolling in quick. So as long as you understand, we on the same page. This thing coming. This L coming.
That's right. That's right. Uh, Aki, I want to go to wrap up the show. Nick Warry, some positive news on that. It was feared he'd be going on the IR and miss quite a few games, week 4 or 5 games. But recently, the coach said, "Hey, we're gonna see what rolls, but they're gonna keep him off IR." So Nick Warry will be he sit out this weekend, right? But after that, I think he's back to it, man. So
Good.
good news there, man, for old Nicky Warry. Jadeveon Clowney, he was hosted by the Cowboys, man, and the ball was in Clowney's court, but Clowney said, I'm good. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off." So I know as an Eagles fan, Q, you think that's absolutely hilarious, and you probably have some good jokes behind that, I'm sure.
He know the cowgirl's going nowhere, but he knows where he could come. I think we need as much help on the D line as we can get since we don't even know how many players will be able to play. Seeing that some players just don't know how to not spit on people. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to phrase it, bro. I'm honestly in shock that he really did it. Like he really
Oh,
spit on a person.
he
He's-
hocked a loogie, bro. That was straight up like, huh?
Now, did Dak spit in his area? Yeah, he did, and that was wrong. But it's always the second person that gets caught. So I don't know why
Always. Yeah, I guess he didn't have any brothers growing up or siblings. I don't know,
bro.
but
The second person always gets
you-
caught.
you
So I don't know
learn.
why you did it, bro.
you learn.
But yeah, I don't need none of our players doing that. As you saw what happened with Florida. So I'm sure coaches emphasize like, hey guys, spitting on another player will get you thrown out the game. So don't spit on another player.
I gotta say though, man, like Florida lost that player to that game fairly early, right when that happened. But
No.
for me, it's like-
No. That happened in the fourth quarter on the last drive.
That's right. That's right.
That happened at the end of the game when you're literally needing to stay ahead and keep them from what they did.
Right.
And that alone should have got Billy fired.
Right.
No lie, that should have got Billy fired. I would have canned Billy for that.
Yeah, I do agree. Well, Q, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. That's really it for the show. Q, I mean, this is it, man. Gamecocks, Vanderbilt. Let's make it happen.
Let's get it, boys. We'll see. This weekend, we'll see. There's a chance I could possibly be in the building. We'll see.
There you go.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm working on it. I'm thinking. When I say I'm working on it, I'm genuinely. It's just a made decision. Is Q going to pull up or he ain't? So we'll see.
That's
We'll
right,
see, folks.
That's right. Well, guys, appreciate y'all tuning live. The Welcome On Podcast and Apple and Spotify. Appreciate you tuning live. The Welcome On Podcast on YouTube, X, Facebook,